you had a chance to record this, you might want to record it for yourself. I didn't hit record. You can record it yourself. All right. Well, first of all, we're here every single Wednesday night and Sunday night at 10 o'clock. So I'm excited to be able to share tonight what I probably honestly should have shared probably a few months ago. But I want to share it tonight because I think we're right at the right time for us to understand where I want to come from tonight on this broadcast. One of the things one of the things that when I first got started in the industry that I struggled with is that I tried to make people do something they weren't willing to do. I tried to get them engaged in activities they weren't willing to engage in. And that was a lot of the rub. When I say rub, I mean friction that I caused as a sponsor and as a leader when I first got started. Because I assumed that everybody that got in, they got in to build, but they didn't get in to build. Okay, they got in for whatever reasons they got in. Okay, they also didn't want to make money, but everybody is not the same as far as mentality and mindset and focus on how they're going to attain that money inside the financial vehicle called Talk Fusion. And what I'm talking about tonight, that I'm gonna really clear up some things, and I hope that you understand this is a tactical call tonight. This is a tactical call. 80% of our business is mental. 20% of our business is tactical. I'm gonna stay on the tactical side tonight because I believe if you understand this part of the 20%, you'll go on and create a lot of dynamics of success when you get people started right. Today I enrolled a gentleman from South Bend, Indiana. Okay, and it's funny because I've been in this for 25 years, but I had to catch myself. And I know I've been in this industry a long time, and we have some people who have been just as long or longer than I have. And when I say I had to catch myself, I caught myself before I started trying to get this gentleman to do something that he wasn't willing to do. Now, let me back up. He signed up at the executive level, which doesn't matter to me what level. I don't care what level he's in, as long as he gets an ID number and there's volume generated. I don't care if it's a pro pack, elite pack, executive pack. I don't care what level it is. All I know is he's in the business. He's a paying person that's active. In my opinion, there's no such thing, and this is something I want you guys to understand. There is no such thing as an inactive person. There's no such thing as an inactive person. As long as they're in the business, they're in your back office, I want you to assume that they're active. That's number one. Number one rule that I had to learn. Everybody's active. I don't care if they haven't been in a meeting in 80 years. They are still active because they're armed and dangerous. We don't know. They might tell one person about this opportunity, and that person start to run and create dynamics in our business. So we have to assume that everybody is active in our business. That's number one. Number two. This is deep now. Follow me. I want y'all to follow me. He said today when I enrolled him, he says, I only want to be a customer. I said, great. I said, great, Joe. I said, let me ask you a question. I said, do you want to be you want to be a customer that gets paid or a non-paid customer? Listen to me real close now. I said, Joe, do you want to be someone that's being paid to be a customer or somebody that's non-paid customer? And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, let me ask you a question. You're being a customer because of what? Because I like the products. Great. And this is where I had to catch myself. I started taking him down the path of building, but he already told me he didn't want to build. So I have to change my thinking to get him to build inside of his mentality and not my mentality. Now follow me now. Follow me really close. This is the big one. This is where I started having massive success in the industry when I start catching myself and start thinking like the person that I enrolled. I start talking their language instead of my language. Now listen to me real close. I said, Joe, you probably know a bunch of people that could use this product. He said, yeah. I said, great. Could you do me a favor? He said, yeah. He said, could you write the 25 or 30 names of people that businesses or individuals that could use this product? He said, yeah, sure, I can do that. Now think about it. He went from 2 seconds before that he didn't want to build because he didn't want to be quote unquote associate. So what I did was I put him in the mindset that he's a customer, but I start talking to him in his terms and not my terms. Instead of saying, hey, I want you to go out and put a list down of 25 sharpest people you know, I said, I want you to put down a list of 25 people that could use this product. Because his mentality is, he's on the product. Let him stay on the product. But I want his warm market. I don't care if they're product users or opportunity seekers. I want the sharpest 25 people he knows in front of my business. If everybody's with me, type in the chat box. I'm leaving the chat box open tonight. If y'all follow me, type in this chat box now. Are y'all with me? Okay, listen to me now. This is where the big boys run. We run in this lane. We let people be who they are. We let people be who they are. When I was an amateur in the industry, I used to try to twist people into what I wanted them to be. I repeat it again. When I was an amateur, I tried to twist people into what I wanted them to be. Let people be who they are. He said, I want to be a paid customer. I said, okay, great. I take him through the same system. I don't change anything, but instead of me talking about opportunity, I just start talking about the product because that's what he wants. But the bottom line is I want what? The sharpest 25 people that he knows. In his mind, he's thinking the sharpest 25 people he knows that can use the product. I don't care what his thinking is. I'm gonna adapt to his thinking. But the bottom line is I want the sharpest 25 people that he knows in front of my business. And y'all follow me now. When I was an amateur, I would say, you know what, I ain't gonna work with you. You know, I don't have time for you. Okay? That's what amateurs do. Professionals, what we do is we pump the brakes. We say, oh, let me hit the brakes here. Let me talk on his language. He's talking customers. I'll talk customers. I'll talk customers. So here we go now. Here we go. So when it was time for him to enroll, I said, Joe, if we start calling some of these people and tell them about this incredible platform, and they want to get enrolled, you want to be a paid customer, or you want to be a non-paid customer? He said, well, I want to be a paid customer. I said, well, to be a paid customer, you got to pay that $39 because that's going to allow you to be in the system as a paid customer. I'll let y'all figure that one out. I'll let y'all figure it out. y'all with me? I said, if you want to be a paid customer, you got to pay the full $39. Okay? He said, okay, I can do that. Because in his mind, he wants to just go get customers. He's going to get customers. Ladies and gentlemen, our business is built on volume. It doesn't matter where the volume comes from. It doesn't matter. He's looking for 100 points left and 100 points right. The system doesn't say this guy doesn't want to build, but he's bringing customers. It doesn't say that. It says 100, cha-ching. That's what it says. So you got to get in the mindset of being a great listener. A great listener. In his mind, he's gathering customers because that's what he saw. Let him stay in his lane. Let him stay in his lane. Let them stay in their lane. Let them do what they do. That's fine. That's what we need to do. So we can't force people to do something they're not willing to do. Let them play in their arena, but we're controlling the arena. Okay? He's talking customers, I'm talking customers. It's the same thing. Back in the day, I would say, no, man, we need associates and, we need two to get two. Listen, the guy, I want his sharpest 25 people. If he believes they'll resonate with the product, let him resonate with the product. But I still get the sharpest 25 people. I still make that still make those phone calls with him talking about what? The product, because that's what he wants to talk about. I still go through the same three-way call. I let the person dictate, the 25 people he puts me in front of, I let them dictate what they like. Just because he liked the product doesn't mean they're going to like the product. They might like the opportunity. But the bottom line is I'll never get in front of this sharpest 25 people if I go outside of what his comfort zone is. His comfort zone was talking about the product. Let him put a list of people down thinking about the product. Let the system, let the website, let the three-way call, let the broadcast fish them out and put them in the lane of prosperity or product. Y'all with me? Everybody with me? Is everybody with me? So there shouldn't be anybody on here that says, well, I just want to be okay, great. Do you want to be a paid customer or a non-paid customer? Do you want to be a paid customer or a non-paid customer? When I said that, he said, oh, yeah, because somebody wants to buy a product. I want to get paid. Okay, great. You got to pay that $39 so you can get in the system as a paid customer. We called it. I didn't say we called associate. He'll see that when he signs up. He went right to the website and signed up. He said, well, how fast can I get people in front of this? I put him through the same 4 steps. The same 4 steps. I let him be who he wanted to be, but I navigated him through the system using his terminology and not my terminology to get the same result in front of the sharpest people that he knows so I can expose them to my business. And once I understood that, when I started having a maturation period in the industry, and I got around some solid leadership that taught me some things, I'm gonna tell you what, I learned this sitting down with a gentleman that wasn't even in my business. We were sidelined. He was doing a presentation, and he was a little bit more seasoned than me, and I was listening, and I picked it up from him. That's how I got it. We were in nutrition, but it doesn't matter. Products are products. If they're digital or nutrition, they're still the same. And I learned that over here and mapped that over to the server side of things. It's the same thing. So when I hear people say, well, I want to be a customer, great. So the question is, do you want to be a paid customer or a non-paid customer? I have to laugh because the guy, he's like, yeah, I want to be a paid customer. Okay, great. I put him through the same system. Okay? That's mainly what I want to share tonight, is that our system is about volume. Volume. He's still going to pay us $35. We're still going to get 20 points. If he goes and gets 5 customers left and 5 customers right, that's going to give us a residual for $25 a month. Over and over again. Learn how to listen so you can navigate people through the system. But if you're not a listener, you don't ask the right questions, you can't do it. If that conversation I had today, if I'd have been, that had been 20-some years ago, I would have blew that guy out the business. He's been gone already. He'd already quit. I would have offended him. I would have hammered him. I'd have blew him right out the business. Sometimes you got to slow down to speed up. I start listening. I start picking up his hot buttons. I start using his hot buttons. He got even more excited. Slow down to speed up. Sometimes you're running too fast. And you're running right away from your money. Running right past your money. Slow down and speed up. So that's what I want to share tonight on this broadcast. And I hope that and pray you got something from it and you apply it. Because the experience that we have, some of the things that we're learning, that you're learning, it took me years and years and years to learn it. And great leadership compresses your success. Take the things that we did well, use those, and the things that I didn't do well that I'm teaching you, don't do it. I hate when some people crack me and say, is that everything? If you don't hear us talk about it, you don't hear leadership talk about it, that means you probably shouldn't be talking about it. If leadership's not doing it, You don't do it. Plug into systems. Plug into leadership. Plug into leadership. If you don't plug into leadership, your check will not light up. It won't light up. It can't light up. I tell you what, take the plug out of your refrigerator and leave it unplugged and go back in a couple of days and see what your meat's done. See what your meat's done. Okay? Your meat is probably spoiled. That's the same way your business will be if you're unplugged. It was spoiled. Your meat was spoiled. Your money was spoiled because you let it sit out without working it, without keeping it cold, without keeping it in the right temperature. That's what being plugged in. It keeps you in the right temperature. So every time you might be running a fever and you might have a little bit of infection in your body. You get on the call, it knocks the infection out. It gives you some penicillin. Okay, you're cold and you kind of ain't moving around very good. You might need some icy hot. You get on the call, we rub some icy hot on you. You're back to moving again. Leadership gives you what you need when you need it. Remember that. Leadership will give you what you need when you need it.